So welcome to Challenge the Road. I thought I'd do a video on collecting cars. Maybe it's a platform you're going to use for the first time. And I've got 4 or 5 cars that I'm going to put on the platform very soon. And I thought, why don't we just go through it, give you a little bit of a guide of how I'm thinking, how you work with collecting cars, and also go through the whole journey and see what the value of the cars actually is when the auctions are done. So I've looked at the Focus RS in the previous video. I think that's going to go on collecting cars. I have found a little mileage discrepancy on some MOTs. So it's very important that you check through all your paperwork, understand the car that you've got. So I've got that one. I've got the GT4 Celica, which I've done a video on, but I've got limited room here. I'm going to try and go from 3 storages down to just here, so I do need to move some cars on. Collecting cars is good for these type of cars. So the GT4, again, had the photos done. So Jess, Supercar Co-Pilot, I pay him a fee to take all the photos for the car, which I'll show you, and then that GT4 would be able to go live. GT4 as well, I had a lot of paperwork. I'll bring up some images of that, and that is the key. When you're selling these cars, you've got to remember that a lot of the buyers don't come and see you, so the more information you can give, the better, like the brochures about the GT4, etc. The other car is the Subaru 22B, the 30,000 mile car. I've had that cleaned up, ready. We've done the photos on that as well. And the CTR Vantage, my 001 car in that stunning Lamborghini blue. I'm going to do that. So I'm trying to think how I'm going to do it, because I want you guys to join in as well and see how the auctions go. And also, as you say, it might be your first time of using collecting cars. Now, if it was a higher value car, I would probably go to VVS. But on these niche 22Bs, that they seem to have a wider reach at collecting cars, and I think it's a better place for them. But stuff like the Celica GT4 and that, I think it's a good place. I know sometimes you may not get exactly what you want, but I think if you can market it well and leave it on the platform long enough at the start, get enough people watching, then you can get good values. Now, when you do the auction, you've got to decide your reserve. So let's just take the Celica. Now, I think that it's a 16 to 25,000 pound car now. So I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I do a reserve of 15, which I could, but I'm actually probably going to go no reserve. My reason on that is that everyone who's bidding knows they're actually going to get the car. Some of the other cars, like the 22B, I'm going to set a reserve, and we'll go through that at the time. And when the car hits that reserve, then the person will know it's a no reserve car and they can have that. If it doesn't hit that minimum figure, then you keep the car and maybe you go again. If you look recently, there's a Rolls-Royce Wraith on there now that I have been looking at. It went on there, it hasn't sold, and it's back on the platform again. So sometimes, you know, it might be that different buyers see the cars at different times. So my first process, I'll go through that. I ring collecting cars and I say, hey, I speak to a guy called Sam there. I said, I've got a GT4, I've got the Focus. He said, Richard, what are you thinking? I'd say, well, I'm thinking no reserve. Send me the forms. So you get a consignment form. You fill in that form as correct as you can. Then arrange the photos. So the photos have been done now for the car. Then they put the advert together. Then you've got to think, well, how long do you want it to run? So I would probably say maybe a week to 10 days. I would have it in that facility of people just looking. Then you go to the auction. I feel the Wednesday is a good day to end an auction, and the ones I've done with the 22B in the past, I've done better. I don't know if that's because people are at work and they come home, you know, the Sunday ones are a bit of it's a lazy day for people. People may be a bit tired. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just giving you that as maybe a bit of a tip. You know, I think I'm going to go for a Wednesday, probably do 2 cars and then do another 2, see how they run. But it is a very, very easy platform to use. It's got very high reach, but it's your prep. You've got to prep, make sure you've got, when the photographer's here, you've got both keys. You've got everything ready for him. You can photograph as much as you can on that car. So that's just a quick guide to collecting cars. I'm looking forward to doing the videos. I've got some of the cars here. I will do some videos on them and just talk about how I got them, the spec, previous owners, that type of things, and special bits that are on the car. So I hope you enjoy this video. This is just a part one. Please like, share, it really helps us grow here at Challenge the Road, and obviously we're in here now, so I've got much more time and that to make more and more videos. So I'll see you again soon.